Hello everyone, welcome to our return from our mid-season break. It is round 6 of Challenger League Season 11. We are here at Parcmotor, Castellolí for the Spanish C-Prix. And we are just starting off here with our sprint qualifying. Just going to be following around with Matima as he navigates through turn 3 and turn 4 here. That sharp hairpin is going to be a big challenge in the wet now. We've got a bit of a focal interruptions at the moment. Matima taking a wide line through turn 7. And we'll have to see if that single lap is going to do anything.
Yep,
Getting
some
some
people...
absolute voice interruptions, but it's going to be 6Y on pole by a huge margin too. 6Y with a 36.07 in the full wet. Impressive lap there, and almost 6/10 ahead of his nearest rival in Cato. And yeah, that will be how the top two start here. Cato just edging out Gorlomi in third, Matima in P4, 300 behind him, Kata in P5, then it's Lololol in 6th, barely edging out Kiato in P7, then Rusky over a second back from the leader in P8, then it's Flix in 9th for Riker Auto, then it's Juan in 10th. Following that, we've got Ethan and Cassia on the 6th row, then it's Vlad and Urist on the 7th row for Bobcat Racing, then we've got Pumpkin and Vinci rounding the grid out for our sprint race. I'm still getting a bit of audio issues. I'm not too sure what's going on with that. Someone hasn't muted their mic just yet. Alrighty then. 5 red lights, and we are underway for our sprint race here in Parcmotor Castellolí. It's 6Y leading us off through the first corner. Matima and Cato behind them. Matima taking some big cuts through the grass there as they go under the tunnel. It's all trouble, massive trouble for 6Y as they enter turn 4, and Cato and Lololol have jumped into the lead of the race now. And both VPTs are also in the fray here. One as well getting in a lot of positions there. Matima and Cato still in the fight here. Cassia and Ethan back there in the edges of the top 10, but it is Cato at the front of the field, in front of both Cato and Lololol. And it's a massive breakaway for those three as we enter lap 2. Cato makes a mistake. Cato goes through into the lead of the race. Lololol is trying to get through him as well. He goes onto the inside into the turn 4, but it's not going to be enough. Cato still holding onto the position for now. It's a big delay there. What was going on with that? Cato and Lololol still side by side on my screen. Cato looks to be squeezing him out as they enter into the double hairpin section here. Cato makes another error, but it looks like he'll be holding on to P2. Behind them, Matima in 4th, Gorlomi 5th, then Juan in P6, Rusky in 7th, then it's Vlad and Eurus both making impressive starts in P8 and P9. Goose in P10 starting from the very back there, Flix and 6Y who's made a catastrophic error entering a bit too deep into turn 4 on the opening lap. He's dropped all the way to P11. Then it's Ethan and Pumpkin fighting it out for 13th with Flix. And Vinci behind them with Cassia rounding the grid. It's still Cato, and Lololol has gotten past Cato now into P2. Big stocks for the PRO now. They are 1 and 2 entering lap 4. With Lololol also taking the fast lap of the race currently, and Cato's made an error that will bring his teammate into the fight for the lead now. Very tight situation. Lololol makes a huge error into turn 4, and it's going to let Cato run away with P2, and it might put him in the clutches of Matima in 4th now. The chasing pack definitely in with a shout here to take that final position on the podium off of him. Oh, big shove there from Gorlomi. Matima losing 2 positions in just the matter of corners, but he's gotten them right back though. One might be the big beneficiary of that interaction there. Still very, can't really separate these cars here. These battles really do last. One off the edge on turn 1. That's going to be looked at later for sure. Kiato and Vlad now chasing behind him in P8 and P9 there. Vlad just getting on the inside of turn 4 there. Kiato going to be chasing their 6Y behind them both, and then Urist as well following into turn 6. Gonna head back to the lead now because Kato and Kata are neck and neck. They've still got a bit of ghosting going on from the overpass, and they kept that throughout most of the final sector of the track. Kato, though, making a mistake there, and that will let Kato back into the lead of the race. As it stands here, Kato trying to make a move here. Gets squeezed a little bit from Kato on the inside. He's going to try and make a move here on the inside. No, he's going to hold on to that slipstream and follow Kato through turn 6. Lololol still struggling on the grip here as we just go past the halfway mark of the race. Matimar is chasing him and are desperately looking for that final step on the podium. Rusky and Golomi behind him won't make it easy though. Oh, it's complete nothing but action here. Further back from them though, it's Urist and Kiato fighting for P7. One Vlad behind them and 6Y as well. Not too far behind them. It's a 5-car fight for P7 as they enter turn 4 once again. One on the inside makes a brilliant dive there. It was pretty well executed. Vlad getting squeezed there. He will lose a lot of time out of this chasing pack here. And it is still Kato and Matimar at the front. There's big tussle between the two cars. Really arms outstretched between the two. And it looks like Kato has gotten away once again with the lead of the race as we enter lap 8. Just 4 more rounds of the circuit in these full wet conditions. The tyres are really going to start dying off. Kato with a brilliant move into turn 4, cakes the inside, takes the lead of the race, but Kato still sees himself just alongside. He's going to go the inside of turn 6. It's going to be kind of heading into the outside of turn 7, and it looks like Kato might have the move here. Kato might have to hold on to that slipstream for now. So, big lead change with 3 laps to go now. And Kato also taking the fastest lap of the race a couple of laps ago, not this lap. As the two are still fighting away. Kato tries to make the inside of the corner. He's got the inside into turn 5. They're neck and neck, side by side, entering turn 6. Kato has got better speed, and he's going to take the inside of the corner, and it looks like he's made the move stick. Katajo's going on the inside. He takes a switchback into turns 9 and 10, and it's going to turn into a lead for Kata. Tight racing between the two drivers. Only 2 laps to go. Golormi into P3 now. He's fighting Matimar for that last position on the podium. He makes a mistake though. It might let Matimar through, and Golormi gets punted off the way. He's going to lose P4 as well to Lololol. Rusky in P6, then it's 6Y. Kiato in P8. Then it's Urist, Vlad, 1, Pumpkin, 4-way fight for P9 as it stands. Vlad trying to go on the inside of his teammate. Pumpkin still fighting alongside there, and it looks like Kato is now gapped Kato, and it might be the Colombians' win here in the sprint. Huge gap now, and Kato is really finding this grip difficult to deal with on this penultimate lap. Entering the final lap, Matimar's made a massive error, and he's might lost any chance of getting P2 here. Lololol is on his slipstream at the moment. Kato, then Kato, Matty, then Lololol. Golormi, 6Y and Rusky finding all sorts of trouble into turn 4. 6Y still trying to make up the pieces after that terrible start, but he's got the inside into turn 6. It looks like he's gotten the move done, but Golormi's got better speed out of the corner. But we're going to just head back. He's gotten all the way wide. Both VPTs might be able to salvage a point here, but it's Kato taking the win of the sprint here. Kato in P2, Matty in P3, Lololol in 4th, Golormi and 6Y to the line. Golormi will take the position. Rusky in 7th, and it's Kiato Urist in P9, Pumpkin in 10th, 1 edging out Ethan for 11th. Then it's going to be Vlad, Flix, Goose in 15th. Then it's Cassia and Vinci to round us off. Very tight battle there. All over the field. It was nothing but pure action, that sprint race, and that is hopefully a sign of things to come for the feature race. So Kato with P1 for today, Kato with 2nd and fastest lap, Matimar will take 3rd, Lololol in P4, just less than 6 seconds separating the top 4. Then it's Golormi in 5th, just edging out 6Y in P6 there. Rusky in 7th, then it's Kiato, Urist, and Pumpkin claiming the final position in the top 10. And it's Juan in 11th, Ethan, Vlad, Flix, Goose, Cassia, and Vinci rounding us off. What a exciting race that was. And I cannot wait to see how the 28 laps, I believe, of the feature race will result with. There's hopefully a fair few strategies going to this race. I believe the soft tyres are the way to go here. They can go about 7 to 8 laps, so we'll have to see if people choose between a 2 and 3 stop. Maybe some medium usage to get a little bit more use out of the tyres. The softs can struggle on those later laps of its lifespan, of course. That grip really does fall off a cliff after maybe 5-6 laps here. But yeah, we're going to have to see how that goes in just a few moments' time. Welcome back to our coverage of the Spanish Sea Prix. We are in the dry conditions. Let's follow 6Y as we head into our first lap of qualifying for our feature race here. So, dry running on this track, we're expecting a lot of slipstreaming, a lot of close fights, and a lot of high speed. This is a track that really benefits those who can maintain that speed through some of these long full speed corners, and some of these hairpins will really test where the driver's braking marks are, where and how they brake, where and how they accelerate, and it's a good little challenge there. 6Y is just getting through the track as is. He's making a few cuts here into the corners, so doing alright. It's a 35.13, that's good enough for tied second as is Matimar with a 35.10, is going to take provisional pole position to start us off. 6Y tying with Kada, and Chiaro not too far behind them as well. Can anyone break through that 35-second barrier? I think we saw I'm not sure if we saw any in JL, but perhaps we could see some in just a few moments' time. Matimar might be on a cleaner lap here, as he is heading into that final corner, and it's going to be a 34.08. It keeps him on top of the timesheets, just half a tenth in front of 6Y now, who also improved. Kata also improved to a 34.87. That puts him in P3, sorry. Then it's Ethan in P4, who was the only other driver to get under 35 seconds. Interesting. We're going to have to see if these last laps can really shake up the grid here. Matimar just getting through that double hairpin section and into the final corner now. Can he nail a faster lap? It's just barely faster, but Kata nicks him by just 1/100th, and Kato goes even faster. A 34.58 will be good enough for pole position for the feature race. Kata will line up on the front row, just a 10.5 behind his championship rival. Then it's Matimar in P3. 1 and 6Y, excellent qualifying for the Scuderia Carmona's 4th and 5th. Golormi in P6 there. For the 4th row, Ethan will start ahead of Rusky, also both drivers breaking through that 35-second barrier. Then it's Lololol in P9, Vlad in 10th. Pumpkin and Kiato will line up on the 6th row. Then it's Vinci and Cassia, and Game on Goose will have Urist for company on the back row. Well, much more competitive qualifying session than it was in the sprint, for sure. And it seems some of our drivers might have a better understanding of how the flow of the track goes, where to put their brake markers, how to accelerate out of the corners. And we'll have to see if that translates into some better results for some of our drivers here. Will Kato be able to make it 2 for 2 in Spain, or will Kato deny him? We'll have to see how the strategy plays out when it comes to our race in just a few seconds. Alrighty then, here we go. We've got some tyres changing up all over the grid, but it's primarily softs as we start ourselves away. Kato with a little bit of a delay there. Might have heard his start here. Matimar is into the front now. Kato is alongside him as they enter turn 4. Kato makes a huge dive there, and he's lost a lot of positions there, and it's even more trouble for those behind him. It's a 3 wide as we enter turn 6. 6Y going in. taking the lead. No, it's Matimar with the better exit. 6Y still diving into those corners and might be able to take the lead here. It's 4 wide. 6Y finds some trouble there. It's still Matty in front. One and Kato. P2 and P3, but Kato finds some grass. It's big trouble in the mid-pack here. Behind them, Rusky, Kato, and Kata in that slipstream just behind Juan and Matimar, who are leading us away after lap 1. Oh, huge shove! And Kato has copped a major brunt of that. Ethan also copping a lot of damage there. Kassir has already left as our first retirement of this round. And, yeah, what is going on? 6Y has fallen into the grass and is finding a lot of trouble tailing onto some of these drivers, and Rusky also finding trouble hitting the grass. It's going to still be Matimar holding onto the lead at the moment. Then it's Juan, Kato and Kata side by side into turn 2. Rusky and Pumpkin following them. Ethan 6Y, then Urist. So going the other way around. Gorlomi in P10 behind him. Then it's Lololol, Kiato, Vinci just trying to get through these first few laps well enough. Goose on the hard tyre at the back of the field. Then it's Vlad, who found some real trouble early, and he's a long way back on those soft tyres. With Kassir retiring. Matimar's made a mistake here. Kata tries to capitalise, just finds nothing but rear wing to meet him, and Juanas gets shoved off there trying to get past Kata, who made a mistake there. It's not exactly clean driving from the front here, but it's enough to keep them in the front. Kata tries to go on the inside here into turn 6. He makes the lunge, but it looks like Matimar's got the better exit, and Kata is still side by side, still trying to make his move here, and it looks like he's forced his way through to the lead of the race. Matimar will hold on to that slipstream for just a moment. And Kata makes a mistake. This is a great opportunity for Matimar to go through, but no, he's going to hold on to that slipstream. Smart play there from the pole. Ethan now into P3, fighting with Juan, who might have the inside of the corner. No, Ethan makes a mistake on the entry. Kato chasing them now, but he makes a mistake on the exit. Juan gets through into P3. Kato chasing the two in 5th. Then it's Pumpkin in 6th. And the first driver who isn't on the soft tyres is Urist, who has avoided a lot of trouble and is on the hards in P7. Can he go all the way with those tyres? We're gonna have to really see how that goes with just a few laps longer for these softs to really die out. 6Y has left the race. What? We saw that impact with he just dove way too deep into the corner, and he's blamed it on Urist for that issue. I'm not too sure what that was about, but all of a sudden we've got several retirements. Wojtek is gone. Wojtek didn't start, sorry. Kassir is gone. 6Y is gone, and at the front it's Kata and Matimar running away 2 seconds ahead of their next closest rival. One is the first one into the pits. Pumpkin follows him in. Gorlomi is also going to make his way into the pits, and so is Kiato. Vinci as well. Vlad still holding on to the softs for one more lap as we enter lap 7. And Juan has gone onto the hard tyre now. So we're going to have to see how his strategy plays out there. The hards can go fairly long into this race, but we're going to have to see if he has the pace on those hards compared to some of the fresh soft tyres. We see both of the leaders in, and we see Kato and Ethan in 3 and 4 also in for, I believe, all a new set of soft tyres. Urist will come out. Oh, it's a big impact there, and Matty's lost a lot of time. Urist just getting in the middle of the way there, hoping to get through the traffic, but he's got Kata's slipstream now, which might help him out in terms of his pace on those aging hard tyres. Matimar being chased down by Lololol, who has not stopped Kato. Kato, Ethan, Pumpkin, Juan all finding trouble there behind Kato and Lololol. And Kato tries to make a switchback there. It's big trouble for Lololol. He's stalling in the middle of the truck, and he's finding all sorts of trouble. He can't turn into the pits, and he's been held up and held away from the pit lane. He'll have to go one more lap on those mediums for 9 laps now. And yeah, it's not looking good for him. His race is starting to fall away. Juan just going through on the inside, and it looks like it won't be too much trouble there. Juan will hold the inside into turn 5. Lololol is hoping to keep up, but a bit of a punt there, and Yeah, Lololol has lost the position there, for sure. Goose in P9, still hasn't pit Golomi, then Kiato, Rusky, Vinci, Vlad still behind them, and 6Y and Kissia retired now. Kata, 2.5, almost 2 seconds, over 2 seconds ahead from Matima, who has got Kato for company a second behind him. Urist is starting to fall away on those hard tyres, but maybe he can make those undercuts work out for him in a lap or two. Ethan and Pumpkin fighting away for P5 behind him. And it looks all orderly for the time being. Pumpkin going on the inside, but that will become the outside. And Ethan will hold on to the position. Urist is hoping to just get out of the way. No, he's looking to go one more lap on the hard tyres. He might be going for a 2-stop here. And Ethan and Pumpkin finding trouble. They're just trying to get past the Bobcat here. And I see Goose pitting from his hard tyre onto another set, I believe. One on the hard still. Golomi in P8. Then it's Rusky and Kiato fighting away. Kiato into P9. Rusky still trying to fight this out though. He's got the outside into turn 6. Can he make a move from the outside? It's not going to work there. He's going to have to hold on to the sit for the time being. So we are going to just scroll up. Urist is still going to be holding onto the slipstream here. So he's going on to lap 12 on the hard tyres. This is much further than anyone was hoping to go on these tyres. And maybe he'll be really enjoying the benefit of some fresher tyres in just a moment's time. One behind him in P7, also on the hard tyre, but is significantly fresher. And hopefully catching onto the pack in front of him. Golomi on the mediums, finding some trouble into turn 6. Kiato and Rusky chasing him. Back to the front though, it's Kato with a 2.5 second gap in front of Matima. And then Kato behind him, who has been gapped by the pole. So the top 3 don't have too much to play for at the moment, just keeping that pace nice and consistent. Pumpkin and Ethan still fighting for P5. Ethan has the inside but goes a little bit too deep. Still holds on to the position though. Pumpkin trying to get that better exit speed. He's got the inside into turn 6 and he makes a great move there, but Ethan's got the better speed on the outside of the corner. That exit speed's really important to him there, and he's got to hold on to the position for now it seems. As both drivers go in. No, Pumpkin makes that early stop into the pits. He's going for that undercut on his rival here, and Kiato also following him in. Pumpkin is going to come out just between Lololol and Urist, who has come out earlier on the mediums, just in front of his teammate. So still a lot of undercuts to be played out, and we'll have to see how they play out. As it is lap 14, I think the softs drivers here are going for that 3-stop strategy. So Kato in now, Matty in as well. Kato is staying out on the softs. We have to see what he can do with those aging tyres. Matty in, a few more drivers in. Golomi in for the mediums, hoping for a different strategy to maybe boost him past his rivals at the moment. Pumpkin will head out in P4 after a stop. One still going on those hard tyres. Ethan and Lololol fighting away on those soft tyres. They're both I know Lololol still needs to pit soon. Ethan on those fresh softs is losing a lot of time with this battling. Lololol has let through 2 cars in the space of a corner. Urist also getting through on those medium tyres. Kiato behind them in P9, just getting away from Golomi and Goose, who are fighting away as we speak. Lololol into the pits, and Kato also made that stop earlier, and he's still fallen. He's still ahead of Pumpkin, but not by too much. And Juan has just let the Frenchman go by, hoping to catch that slipstream for just a few more laps, maybe to the pits. He could still go for a 2-stop here if he tries to bet it all on fresher, soft tyres. He's still got the slipstream of Kato though, but he might be out of range in just a few moments' time. Pumpkin behind, still not being able to catch up too significantly. That's Ethan and Urist. Urist holding onto that slipstream now. His tyres are significantly more worn than Ethan's softs. And he's still trying to make that 2-stop strategy work alongside Juan. Ethan making a mistake there, but it's not deterred Urist from holding onto that slipstream. As I say, he's made that move with the inside, but it's nothing doing there. Just a little probe there. Kiato making some major error into turn 7 there. And it's let Golormi into the mix here. One in off of his hard tyres, potentially going onto one more set of hards for the rest of the race now. He'll be hoping those tyres can last 10 laps. And from what we saw Eurus do earlier in the race, they can definitely do that one, and Goose finding a lot of trouble there. And Goose finding himself hitting the gravel and just getting himself out of there, and definitely lost the position. He still might need to pit one more time this race. Rusky is chasing behind him on those fresher soft tyres. Back to the lead though. Kata is still ahead, though Matty has gained significantly on the Colombian. It's now a 1.5 second gap compared to about 2.5 it was about 4 or 5 laps ago. Kata in P3. 2.95 seconds behind Matima. The pole has just found even more pace here. Kato is just finding a little bit of trouble getting through those corners as the tyres start to wear on him. Pumpkin in P4 will be hoping to catch up to Kato. And behind them it's Eurus who's now taken P5 from Ethan. They're going side by side into turn 1. It's not going to work there for Ethan. He's trying to make those softs work just a little bit longer with any case, and Eurus on those well-worn mediums will still need to pit again soon, hopefully. These two definitely battling for position now. Eurus finding some grass on the inside. Keanu might be able to snag a position from him as well, but it's not going to happen just yet. Golormi also in with a shout of P5 here. Got to see if anyone goes in for the stop. Kiato goes in for an early pit stop here. Hopefully that undercut can this undercut will make or break his race. And Rusky also heading in. Kiato just getting right behind Vlad, so we'll have to see if Kiato can make some ground here. Ethan has crashed out. That is massive. That was all right open for that race for P5 in this race. Kato in for the last time. At the end of lap 21, Matima following him in. Kato going an extra lap. Not too sure if he can really fight it though. Pumpkin going for that undercut on Kato though. Eurus will also be heading into the pits for that soft tyre advantage for that last stint. One on the hards now. He's looking like a sitting duck for anyone in front, anyone behind him, which is Kiato and Eurus on those soft tyres. Still though, Kato trying to make something work with these slipstreams, but he's just got too much tyre wear, and Kato is going to run away with this race lead. And Matima still has a lot of time to make up. It's still about 2 seconds. Vinci has left the race as well, so there's a bunch of DNFs going on here, as a few drivers are still making their stops now. Back in P3, it's Kato, who's quite a ways away from Pumpkin. That undercut didn't really work out too well for him. Kiato and Juan just still fighting side by side. Kiato really putting in the squeeze here on that long straightaway before turn 6. It looks like Juan will hold on to the slipstream for now though. But we do have Eurus catching up to the two as they start to squabble. We're hoping for something better than 7th place. Golormi as well on those fresh soft tyres will be chasing down Kiato, who did pit a lap earlier. Rusky in P9, then followed by Vlad. Got relatively similar tyres, even though Vlad is on that softer compound. Goose behind them in P11, then it's Lololol, who is the last runner after 4 DNFs in this race so far. We're going to head back to Kato as he starts the 4th to last lap of the Spanish Cipri feature race, and he's built up the gap to Matima. It's still to about 2.5 seconds, but Matty was actually faster the last lap. Sorry about that. I said that incorrectly. Matty was faster last lap, but he isn't gaining significant time enough to really challenge for the lead here. Kato is just a bit too far from Matima to really challenge for P2, and Pumpkin has fallen away after the last stint, and he's looking like holding on to P4 is going to be the best he can do. Kiato has gapped 1 And Juan is now a complete sitting duck. Those hard tyres are really falling away now, and Urist and Golomi are eager to feast on the SCR. And it's worn tyres, and he's made a mistake too that's going to let Urist right into this. And within a few laps, we might see that move. Urist making a lovely move to get into that slipstream there into turn 4. Urist is trying to make the move on the inside into 6. And it looks like he's got it done near 1. Will be holding onto that slipstream as much as he can. No, he's still trying to fight it here. He's going to hold onto that slip now. He's going to hope for damage limitation here. He's going to really challenge Urist on the inside here. They're going side by side into turn 1 as they enter the penultimate lap here. And Juan's mistakes now is lost to Urist, and Golomi might be able to catch him as well. Golomi on the inside of turn 4. It's tight, but he's made the move stick there. Juan might be able to challenge one last time into turn 6. But Golomi holds onto the inside, and it looks to be a done and dusted move there. Juan just trying to will his hard tyres back into this fight, but it's not going to be anything doing. And with that one mistake, he might have lost history, but Golomi has let Juan back in. So we're going to follow our Kata halfway through the final lap of the race. He's absolutely made a huge gap now of Matima, almost 4 seconds to the pole here. It has been an absolute breeze for the Colombian today. It's going to be 2 wins from 2. It's Kata taking the feature race here in Spain by a comfortable margin. Matima will finish in P2, then Kato completing the podium in 3rd place. Pumpkin will hold on to P4 quite nicely, and Kiato, his teammate, joins him in 5th. Urist with a well-driven 2-stop in 6th place. Golomi will lead Juan to the line in 7th. Then it's Rusky in P9. Vlad finishing in 10th. Then it's Goose and Lololol 11th and 12th. And that is all of our finishes for today. Wow. Interesting race. A lot of battles that still went on until the very last lap. It was interesting. But the front 4 really did run away with it. It was Kata taking the win here. Matima in 2nd, Kato 3rd, Pumpkin 4th, Kiato, then Urist, Golomi, Juan, Rusky, and Vlad in the top 10. Then it's Goose and Lololol are only total finishers for today, with Vinci, Ethan, 6Y, and Cassia all retiring through a bit of rage, a bit of maybe connection errors, but otherwise, yeah, just a mix of things going on with the retirements today. But overall, a very interesting race and a very interesting weekend we've had in Challenger League, and a good return to form after our mid-season break. So that is all for today. That is all for round 6, and I believe I need to remember, round 7 is Watkins Glen. Yes, the United States Grand Prix in New York State. Watkins Glen will meet you there next week. Thank you for coming, and see you next time.